What up, y'all? Chargers Truther coming to you June 5th, 2023. Still waiting for the season to start. I think the first preseason games are coming in August, so we still got about 2 months or so. Not too much to talk about, but here I'm going to make this video about some reasons for optimism and pessimism for the coming season. I'm just going to jump right into it. Not going to beat around the bush. Here I'm drinking a Sapporo Black Premium Black Beer. Never had this thing before. But looks good. Well, that's good. That tastes pretty good. Tastes pretty interesting. Kind of rich, dark, malty. I don't know. I'm not a beer critic, but yeah, it's a pretty good beer. I like that. So yeah, I'm gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna start with the optimism. Try and be a little, positive around here. First of all, first reason to be optimistic. We got Justin Herbert. Guys, we all know how good Justin Herbert is. We don't need to be all controversial talk about, oh, Justin Herbert, he's social media quarterback. No, this guy is the real deal. This is one of the greatest quarterbacks in the NFL right now, and I truly think he's one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play football, pretty much. Anything is possible with Justin Herbert. He can break all the passing records, break all the touchdown records. Through Justin Herbert, we do have Super Bowl hopes every single season that we have Justin Herbert. It is a team game. Justin Herbert can't do it all by himself, but with Justin Herbert, anything is possible, and that's really all there is to say about that. Justin Herbert, so glad we got you, man, and I want us to do everything we can to keep you happy, keep you in the right position to lead this team and take us to the promised land. Second reason for optimism is health. Last season we had tons and tons of injuries. If you look at this, just all these injuries. We lost Slater, Bosa, Keenan Williams, JC, Austin Johnson. Among and many others. And we were really thin at a lot of positions because of this. These guys are going to be coming back. Rashawn Slater, I think, was one of the biggest ones. Our left tackle. Keeping the offense running, that's one of the biggest positions in football is our left tackle. Joey Bosa missed almost the whole season or something like that. Keenan Allen missed a lot of games. He's kind of like the ninja that keeps the offense going as well. He's like the quarterback security blanket. Williams got hurt. And JC, of course, JC was a little disappointing, but that's, we invested in him. We believe in him. We believe in him to be our star cornerback. It's going to be exciting to see how he bounces back and responds after, that disappointing season and that, the season lost. Third reason for optimism is we retained our stars. We didn't have to cut anybody. Tom Telesco restructured contracts with Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Joey Bosa, and Khalil Mack. 4 of our main guys. These guys are huge pieces for us, our main players. Would have been sad if we had to let some of them go, because then we would have been very thin. We would have been lacking that leadership, lacking that impact player at those positions. These are important positions, receiver and defensive end, edge players. So very happy that we can keep these guys running back one more season. I don't know what's going to happen next season. We're going to be I think we're in the red for next season, but we're not really worried about that right now. We're going all in right here. We're hoping for the best in 2023. We were close last season, even though we didn't win a playoff game. Went 10-7. That's a good season. And we're looking to make that jump. We're looking to push even further than that this coming year. It's reasonable to think that we can push deep into the playoffs this coming season. Fourth reason for optimism, we added to this defense in free agency and the draft. We got Eric Kendricks, very good, productive veteran linebacker. We need help in the defensive box. We got Thule, the defensive end from USC. I think he was a second-round pick. We got Diane Henley, linebacker, third-rounder, and we got Matlock, who's a defensive tackle. He was a 6th-rounder, but you could see what we're trying to do. We're trying to add these players, add this depth to our defense. Our rush defense was very bad last season. We were 28th in rush yards given up, 32nd dead last in rush yards per carry given up. So you can see we are putting some emphasis on this defensive box to, not let that happen again. Let's get better, and that's what I'd like to see. Let's keep adding bodies, keep adding depth, keep adding, talent to this team, to this defense. So I do expect us to have a better rush defense than last season. I mean, it can't get any worse, but I do expect it to be better significantly, I hope. Fifth reason for optimism, we got Kellen Moore. I know a lot of people, a lot of fans were very critical of Joe Lombardi. We had our offense struggled. Justin Herbert was under a lot of strain. He was doing a lot of checkdowns. We were unbalanced. We had no rush offense. And Kellen Moore is coming from the Cowboys. He's had a lot of success there. Cowboys have been, a fairly successful team. They've been making the playoffs consistently, I believe. And Kellen Moore has a balanced offense. So we look to improve our offense by bringing in Kellen Moore. I expect him to, improve the run game, put more balance into our offense, get this team more balanced, more dangerous, more not a one-dimensional team like we saw last season. I think it's something we can be optimistic about. I think this is a good step, and when things aren't working, you gotta make changes. You gotta find someone who you think that you can believe in. And I think Kellen Moore might be this guy. And yeah, we're hoping for the best. I think it's very reasonable to be optimistic about this. Sixth reason for optimism is our receiver group. Maybe this should have been a little higher, but we drafted first round Quentin Johnson. This dude looks like a beast. Of course, we got Darius Davis, the fourth round receiver, speedy guy, very fast guy. Jalen Guyton is coming back, and of course we got Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and Josh Palmer. We got like 6 receivers now. We got an arsenal. Justin Herbert is going to be able to pick and choose. Last season we were missing Mike Williams and we were missing Keenan Allen, and we were relying on these, third string, fourth string receivers. DeAndre Carter, although he was good, he did step up for us very honorably. And Josh Palmer, he stepped up. But of course, they can't really replace the talent of a true number one like a Keenan Allen or a Mike Williams. So Quentin Johnson. Now we got, I believe, 3 very credible number one receivers: Johnston, Keenan, and Mike Williams. Justin Herbert is going to be able to just let it loose and hopefully reach his full potential. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves. We need the run game to open up the pass game. It's not just about getting all these receivers. It's about a balanced offense. I truly believe that. But we have all these great receivers now. It's really all you could really ask for in a receiver group. We got pretty much an ideal receiver group, so that's great. So yeah, that's what I got for optimism. Now I'm going to get to the pessimism. I'm going to try to keep it not too negative, but I got to keep it real. I got to keep it real here. All right, first reason for pessimism, we didn't really address our run game personnel, for specifically our running backs. Austin Eckler, he has been unhappy this season. He felt disrespected by our front office by not giving him a contract extension or something like that. I think we worked out something by giving him incentives, but again, we had the 30th ranked rush offense, 30th ranked yards per carry. Terrible numbers, terrible rush offense last season with Austin Eckler, with Josh Kelly, and with Isaiah Spiller and Larry Roundtree, and we didn't even get any other running backs. We did not add anybody to this group. I'm very upset at that. I'm very, very, very upset. I wanted a first-round running back. Honestly, I wanted a veteran running back. I hope we get another guy. I do expect it to be better with Kellen Moore, but I just don't like the idea of just running it back with the same guys, with the same running backs that gave us the 30th ranked rush offense. I really wanted to add someone, so I'm really not expecting our run game to be that much of an improvement. Second reason for pessimism, our offensive line depth, I think, is very weak. We got Foster Sorrell. I don't really trust him. We got Will Clapp. I don't really trust him. We got Jordan McFadden. I am hopeful for him. He's a big guy coming out of Clemson, 5th round pick though, and we haven't seen him. He's a rookie. Jamari Salyer was a very pleasant surprise, but I just don't think we can just expect. I just don't think we can expect players to just come out of the 5th round, come out of the 6th round, and just be starter level players. We got Andrew Trainer. I don't even know who that guy really is. We got Zach Bailey. Brendan Hymes he's been on our team for a few years now. Has never really done much for us. So I just see our offensive line as top level thin again, just like it was last year, and it hurt us. Injuries are normal. They are expected. We have 5 guys on the offensive line. It's a 17-game season. It's very long. I expect our offensive line to get banged up. It's just normal. It's just natural. So we're really crossing our fingers and hoping and praying that this offensive line is going to hold up this season. I really would have added more veteran players to this offensive line, would have invested a lot more actually into this offensive line depth. I'm not saying top dollar. I'm saying, veteran, medium, low cost guys. So, I don't really trust this offensive line depth. So, third reason for pessimism. We still don't really have our big stud anchor defensive tackle. We're getting Austin Johnson back. We signed Nick Williams, although he has never really produced that much. We got Sebastian Joseph Day still. He's pretty good. These guys are all pretty good, but I would really like to try and find our Aaron Donald. Obviously, you can't really get an Aaron Donald, but someone good like that, like a blue chip type of player. We got Joey Bosa, we got Khalil Mack. Why don't we try and find that nose tackle? I want to anchor down. We were dead last in yards per carry given up in the run game to the other teams. That's dead last. That's 32nd. That's awful. We were 28th in rush defense last season, and we didn't really get that nose tackle. I think nose tackle is very, very important in football. It's right in the middle. It's where it's all starts. It's, if you're getting pushed back in the nose tackle, it's going to be tough to overcome that. It really is. And, vice versa. If you have a very good nose tackle, you're going to be shutting down the run. You're going to be putting a lot of pressure on other team's offense to find other ways. And it's kind of like step 1. We want to do step 1 right. Run the ball and stop the run. That's what I really want to see this team do. Fourth reason for pessimism, we didn't really address the tight end. We have Gerald Everett. I think he's good. Donald Parham, though, he's all right. And Trey McKitty didn't really do anything. He dropped that touchdown against the 49ers when he had his shot. We're hoping that Trey McKitty comes up and, improves and really steps up. But, again, we're relying so much on Gerald Everett now. If Gerald Everett gets hurt, he was a beast last season. But if he gets hurt, we're going to be really struggling there. We're going to be struggling at that tight end position. So yeah, tight end is also important. I don't think it's like super, super, super critical as, other positions on the team, but a good tight end can be a good security blanket to the team. Gerald Everett was our leading receiver in that playoff game against the Jaguars. I like Gerald Everett a lot. I think he's a beast. I just want to see us add at least one more decent tight end that's actually produced and we could rely on. Fifth reason for pessimism, our free safety. We lost Nasir Adderley. Although he wasn't really the most impactful player, we are going to go with Alohi Gilman. I think he stepped up, decently well for us when we asked him to step up for us, the Dolphins game and, after that. But now we're going to be relying on Mark Webb, the third-round pick, I believe, from last season. He hasn't really played much at all. I haven't really seen anything. He hasn't flashed anything. I'm not saying he's not gonna, but we are just, again, hoping that he's going to step up. We're hoping on a lot of guys. And in free safety, I think we are just trying to be average. I think we're just trying to get by at the free safety position. So we're hoping on Alohi Gilman. We're hoping on Mark Webb. We didn't add anyone to that free safety group. And we're going to see what happens. So this, I think, might be a little bit of a weakness for us. But I'm not too worried about it. Alohi Gilman was good enough, I think. And we'll see what happens. And my final reason for pessimism is, it's kind of a weird one, but it's the fact that we guaranteed so much money to these players. Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Joey Bosa, and Khalil Mack. I'm not worried about Khalil Mack. I'm not really worried about these guys, but you know, when you guarantee money to players, you're taking out the incentives to play hard. You're kind of there's a reason why players usually play their best in their contract years. They have the most motivation to get the money, to get the most money that they possibly can. So when you already guarantee it all, there's not that motivation to, you know, play as hard as you can. You might want to just cruise by because you're already going to get paid, you know. We want our players to be motivated, and that's why you don't want to guarantee money to players where you don't really trust that they really have that dog in them, that they really have that true passion and love for the game. And I do believe in these players, but I'm always a little worried when you start guaranteeing a lot of money to players and stuff like that. I want, you know, and that's pretty much all I have to say about that, you know. I'm not going to go too in depth about that. So just to recap, Optimism, Justin Herbert, enough said. We're getting our guys back healthy. We got health now, refreshed. We're fresh again. We retained our stars. We didn't really have to cut any big names. We added to the defense. We got KELLEN more, and we got probably maybe one of the best receiver groups in the game. You know, 3 number 1 receivers. Reasons for pessimism: we didn't address the run game personnel. We didn't get any new running backs, even though we were terrible in the run game. We have a thin offensive line. We got good starters, but I don't really trust any of our backups. We're still missing that blue chip anchor defensive tackle, that nose tackle that's just the Jamal Williams type big beast that's going to just set the line of scrimmage and not get pushed back. We didn't add to tight end. We're hoping on Gerald Everett and Donald Parham, and hopefully Trey McKitty steps up. And free safety, we didn't add the free safety. We're hoping on Alohi Gilman and Mark Webb. And the last reason for pessimism was the fact that we guaranteed a lot of money to our players, and it kind of takes away the motivation to play. I'm not saying these guys aren't going to be motivated, and I'm not going to say they're going to play worse or anything like that. I trust them, but it just is what it is. When you guarantee people something, the motivation to earn it is not there. They have to find their own motivation. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Again, didn't really do that much on this beer, so I guess I'm going to chug it right now. Cheers. It's a good beer. Sapporo Premium Black. So guys, we're going into 2023. We went 10-7 last season. We're looking for more. We're looking to do better. We're looking to win this damn Super Bowl. I don't care about nothing else. Super Bowls. It's about Super Bowls. I don't care what happens besides that. Super Bowl is the goal. It's not just, the goal isn't just to win one playoff game. No. The goal is to get very close to the Super Bowl, win playoff games, be beasts. We're not scared of the Chiefs. We're not scared of the Bills. We're not scared of the Bengals. We're not scared of nobody, the 49ers. I don't care. I don't care who we're playing. I want to just dominate, run the ball down their throats, stop the run, and then Justin Herbert slice them up like a sushi chef. That's what I'm talking about. Super Bowl is the goal, always. Never forget that. Thank you. Chargers Truther, I'm out. Really looking forward to this season. Peace.